Hey guys, welcome to Gusty News. It's your boy Daki on this one. I want to say a big thanks to all our fans and subscribers out there. We say thank you. We see all you do and how you do it. And then we say we appreciate you. From all of us at Gusty TV, we say thank you. We love you. From me to you, kisses. Okay, so moving on to the news today, we have Davido OBO himself, Omah Lay, and Fireboy Omah Lay. What has Omah Lay done again? Obviously, for like weeks back, Omah Lay has been tweeting, and he actually said, from now or at the moment, I want to be tweeting myself, not my team. So what has he tweeted again this time? I'm sure you're curious about that. Anyways, we're going to get there. Moving on to OBO, Davido. Davido has been in the news lately for a whole couple of stuff, from football to politics to music to entertainment, everything. David can lay his hand upon is always a news for him. David has been, and lately we've seen David come out to say, INEC, my uncle has won his election, but 2 days after the election, we've not seen a certificate of return, and he feels like something is wrong. And he said, don't tamper with this. And at that time, it was the tweet was everywhere. People were calling INEC. And then INEC replied and said, yeah, so they issued this, and they said, okay, on the 20th, we're going to do it. Then David now said, sometimes it's better to talk, because he felt like if I have not spoken, maybe they won't have done. It's down to me that, does this make David a force to be reckoned with in politics? I never can tell though. Anyways, INEC to present a return to Senator Ademola Adeleke 1, the governor-elect and his deputy at the Media Center State Office in Osogbo by 10 a.m. And then they copied people. So they were like, sometimes it's better to talk. Now, after the whole thing, David has come out to say stuff, and he said, it's been a long battle fought. We put our family name on the line. I put my career on the line, but we had faith. This was God testing us if we really believed in him. I feel victorious. Congrats, Your Excellency Adeleke. As for me, it is back to the studio. So yeah, David is saying, now we're through politics phase, we're through everything, we are victorious. He said that for him, he felt God was putting him to death. And then it's funny how these guys are all spiritual at this point. God. I'm like, good one for all of us in the industry though. So he said as for him, he feels God was testing them, and then if they really believed in him, and he feels victorious. And he said, now that this is past, now for me, David, I'm back to the studio. Are we expecting a banger in the studio, or is there an album we should be expecting from Davido? Never can tell, but he said he's back in the studio. Now, David has come out to thank INEC. He said, you do well, INEC, and he apologized. No verse for yesterday. I think they should actually, not be angry. But what they said was, in case you guys don't have fuel money, he could send fuel. He could send you guys money to bring it. I'm like, yeah, but he apologized for that. He has said, you do well, INEC, no verse for yesterday. Now, moving on to Omah Lay. Omah Lay has been in news lately from the moment he said, guys, my teams have been tweeting my handle, and this period is going to be done by me. I have like a lot of stuff to say. My project was done in this and that. This is the last time you see me carry on the project. He said a whole couple of stuffs, and I want to just spill out stuff. At the point he came out to say, he dived into the Ruga and Vuju issue and said, he made his own opinion known. People felt like, I should have said that, but it was his page, it was his handle, it was the street. So he made his opinion known. Then he went further and said, okay, yeah, my case became worse when I slept with my therapist. I felt like, why would you just leave with your therapist? Why would you do that? But then at the moment he had issues was going through. They called those stuff demons in his text. He said I was going through a lot of demonic issues. So maybe that was one of those stuff and everything. Lately we've seen how the Liverpool team at the point in the training session, and Virgil van Dijk was like, hey guys, I want to play a cool song for you. And then he switched the song and he played Omah Lay So. For Omah Lay, that was a big feat for him. Yeah, this will be the first time we'll see these guys play our Nigerian song over there. But for Omah Lay, it was a big deal for him because it was so, and it was a new project. So Van Dijk was vibing to that project, I'm sure not before that day, maybe in his car or something. And she was, our music, like I always say, like one of those guys sang, he said, our music are traveling without visa. I think that is one for Omah Lay. Now Omah Lay has come out to say, yes guys, I've gone this far, but then I won't take away the credit from some guys who have paved the way for us. And he said, David, Burna Boy, Olamide, WIZKID, said he won't thank them because they created the path for him. And for me, I felt like, yeah, it's very true. But then I think it's kind of a generational kind of thinking, because at the point we had Two-Face, we had the band, we had the P-Square, we had the scene at the time, and then these guys were the one that actually paved the way for these new guys. And I think I can remember as far back when the old features we had then were just within the country. So Davido featuring Don Jazzy featuring, do you understand? But then the band at the point actually took it a step further when he had to bring Snoop Dogg for the remix of that song he did with where they had the Rolls Royce, and everyone was like, wow, that was like the breakthrough for everybody. Then P Square went forward with Rick Ross, and now we've seen Fireboy doing with Peru, with Ed Sheeran, we've seen BURNA Boy doing with Ed Sheeran, so I feel like it's kind of a generational kind of thingy, which also boils down to the fact that he also must do same for those coming after him. So he's saying, I give credit to Davido, WIZKID, BURNA Boy for what they've done, and then it was a credit for them. And yeah, I feel he's very close on that one. We wish him success and the best in what he does. Now moving on to Fireboy. Fireboy lately has been in the news because we can't talk about Fireboy without mentioning Bandana, because Bandana is actually a breakthrough for him. Not like a breakthrough, but then it's one song he has dropped that's been everywhere, buzzing with Ashake. And then people are like, wow, this is the song of summer, buzzing song and everything. Fireboy actually has given us snippets to his album Playboy. He dropped the Playboy single, which did good numbers. Everybody want to vibe to that Playboy song. And then we can't wait for the album to drop August 5th. Like I said, mark your calendar on that one. But Fireboy, I went for that to say, oh guys, there's this person that I would want to say influenced my career. And then you remember we just talked about Omah Lay saying WIZKID. But Fireboy come and say, yes, it's WIZKID. He actually said the first album he bought with his money. The first album, he's going to remove money from his pocket to buy an album. He said it was WIZKID Superstar. I think I bought that album too. I can't remember how much I bought it, but I know I bought that album too. So he said, yeah, that was the first time he actually bought like an album, and it was Superstar album by WIZKID, and that was it for him. And he's saying WIZKID influenced on his career, and yeah, he said a possible future. We all can't wait. Maybe we're going to have WIZKID on that project. We'll come to the end of this one, and then we can't wait to catch you on the next one.